Hey everybody, I'm Emily Overstreet and I'm the director of First Baptist Preschool, and I'm here today to share with you some of the basic information that I would normally share on our parent night. I wanted to go ahead and take this opportunity to thank you for deciding to send your child to preschool with us during these uncertain times. Our teachers have been working over the last few weeks to rearrange their rooms to allow for distancing, but to also give your child as close to a normal preschool experience as possible. The teachers and all of the staff have been praying for your children and for your families and for your continued health and safety. Traditionally on parent night, when you came in, I would give you a copy of our handbook, and we would go through it together and highlight some of the things in the handbook and hopefully answer any of the questions that you may have about the day-to-day operations of our program. You will receive a handbook when you come for your child's open house, but I still wanted to go ahead and make this video to hit a couple of those points here so that you'll be able to spend more time with your child and with your child's teacher on their open house day. So this will be the 51st year for our preschool program. We are super proud of that. Our program is an outreach of First Baptist Church, and we are thankful to our church membership for continuing to sponsor this program each year. We are run or administered by a committee of church members, and you will find those church members listed in your handbook alongside our church staff. My cell phone number is also at the bottom of that page if you should ever need that. Our program is licensed by the state of Mississippi as a child care facility, and we follow rules and regulations that are set forth by the Mississippi State Department of Health. We follow the same holiday schedule as the Stone County School District, and if they are out for bad weather like hurricane or snow or ice, we are out also. So the next thing that you'll see on your screen is a tuition breakout. I have it broken out so that you can see the yearly cost of each program and also the cost per month. So the yearly cost of the 4-year program is $1,215, and broken out over 9 months, that comes to $135 a month. The cost of the 3-day 3-year-old program is $810 per year, and that breaks out to $90 a month over the 9 months. The cost of the 2-day 3-year-old program is $540 per year, and broken out over the 9 months, that is $60 a month. Tuition envelopes that look like this will be sent home in your child's folder around the first of the month. We ask that you put your tuition payment inside that envelope and put it back in your child's folder, and the teachers will collect those and get those back to me. We do not give discounts for absences or for short months like December and May, where we're only here for a couple of weeks. Our program is a not-for-profit program, and every effort is made to keep the tuition as low as possible. So if you've been with us before, things are going to look a little bit different this year than they have in the past because of COVID-19, and one of the biggest changes that we have had to make is to our drop-off and pickup procedure. So for drop-off this year, you will need to park on the 2nd Street side of the building and walk your child up the covered walkway there. Parents must wear a mask, and we ask that you stand 6 feet apart from other families. We ask that you line up on the right side of the sidewalk as you walk towards the doors, and we're going to have arrows drawn on the sidewalk to point you in the right direction towards the doors when you come up, and also as you leave, the arrows will show you how to leave the sidewalk. And we also have markings to show where 6 feet is so that you can keep your distance from other families. As you get here, we will start unloading. We will start letting children in the building at 7:45. Miss Danae is going to come out and take your child's temperature and mark them present. If their temperature is below 100 degrees and they are not showing any signs or symptoms of COVID-19. So in the past, you would physically sign your child in, but we're just going to mark them present this year. The children will be escorted into the building and to their classrooms by staff members. Once inside the classroom, they're going to be asked to store their belongings and wash their hands before they join their classmates. Parents, I'm sorry, but parents will not be allowed into the building on the first day or the first week of school like we've done in the past. This is not a decision we want to make, but the decision is made for the health and safety of all the children and staff members. We hope that you understand that this is for health concerns and it's not just trying to keep you out of the building. After dropping off your child each day, we ask that you exit the covered walkway following the markings there on the sidewalk, keeping your distance from other families. For pickup, we ask that you line up the same way you did for drop-off. Ms. Danae is going to come out and to sign your child out. She's going to ask to see your photo ID, and we'll check the ID against the sign-out list that we have on file. Please don't forget your ID when you walk up. We don't want to make you angry by asking for ID after you've been standing in line. But until we get to know you all, we have to check those IDs to make sure that we're sending the children home with the people that the parents want them sent home with. You will not be physically signing out your child. Danae is just going to make a notation on our sign-out form of who is picking up the child, so we'll have a record of that. Once she has them signed out, she's going to message inside, and staff members will go and get your child and bring them to the door and dismiss them to you. Once you have your child, please use the markings on the sidewalk to exit the same way you did at drop-off. So this year is different. It's new for us. It's new for you. We ask for your patience as we get all of this figured out. We may have to make some changes to it as we experience it, and we thank you for your patience with us while we get that figured out. So on rainy days, we are going to drop off and pick up under the covered drive just like we've done in the past. But we still have to check the temperature and make sure that the children don't have any signs or symptoms of COVID-19. So we would ask that you go ahead and have your child unbuckled. We'll open the door, check them out. If they're temperature under 100 degrees with no signs or symptoms of COVID-19, we'll get them out and walk them into the building. Have them unbuckled so that the child can just climb out. Pick up on rainy days. We'll follow the drop-off procedure, pull into the covered drive. We'll sign your child out just like on a normal day and bring them out to you. The only change there is if the child cannot buckle themselves in, you're going to have to get out and buckle them in yourself. We're not going to climb into the cars this year and buckle the children in. If you need to check your child out for any reason during the day, or if we call you to come and pick them up because of illness, we ask that you park on the 3rd Street side of the building and walk into the main office door and then down to the preschool office. All of the other doors except for that main office door are locked during the day for the safety of the children. We do ask that if you need to check out your child, that you do it before 11 a.m. After 11, we are preparing for dismissal and are oftentimes not here in the office to be able to help you. All right, so if they're sick, we urge you to keep them at home. If they show any sign, we urge you to keep them at home if they show any sign of sickness, and this can be fever, sore throat, vomiting, diarrhea, watery eyes, etc. We ask this for the safety of your child's well-being as well as all of their classmates. If your child has a fever, he or she needs to be fever-free for 24 hours without fever-reducing medication. Regular daily medications cannot be administered at the preschool. Since most of these medications can be given in 4-hour intervals, we ask you to work around the preschool schedule in giving those daily medications. As far as COVID-19 is concerned, if your child should come into contact with anybody who has been diagnosed with COVID-19 or has been diagnosed themselves, we ask that you quarantine the child for 14 days. I also ask that you call and let me know that you're quarantining so we don't wonder where your child is, and if we need to let any of the other the other classmates know, we'll need you to call and let us know first. People ask what the kids need to wear to school. We do not wear uniforms. We just ask that you send your children to school in comfortable, washable clothes appropriate for work and for play. The kids paint, they play outside in the sand, they get sweaty. You should dress them for these activities. We do ask that you label all removable clothing items like coats, hats, scarves. Label those with your kids' names so that we can be sure to get them into the right book bag when they take them off. We ask that you not send your children to school in flip-flops or high-heel shoes. This makes it hard for them to run and play outside. And we also ask that you don't send them to school in valuable jewelry. You will never understand how big this church is or how sandy that playground is until you've been out there digging around for a flip-flop or walking the hallways looking for an earring. So please keep those things at home. All right, snacks. We ask that you send your child with a healthy snack each day, and we ask that you send snacks that your child can easily open by themselves. Just because of how we're going to have to hand washing and hand sanitizing between touching each child's snack during snack time. So if the children can open them themselves, that makes it easier on your child's teacher. We are unable to microwave or refrigerate any items, so please keep that in mind when you're packing your child's snack. Usually 1 or 2 small items and a drink should be enough for snack. And we ask that if you send water, it be in some of these smaller bottles. The bigger bottles, when they spill, it goes everywhere and covers everybody, so the smaller bottles are better for your preschooler. Let's see, please do not send your child with a soda, any drinks in a glass bottle, popcorn, or hard candy. All right. If you feel like you need to have a conference for any reason, please call the office and speak with me, and we'll get a meeting scheduled with just me or with me and the teacher or whatever you need to do, but we will be doing that after preschool hours. It's hard to pull a teacher out during preschool hours for a conference, so if you do want a conference with a teacher, just prepare for it to be after the preschool hours. We ask that if you have a problem with anyone involved in our program, that you please talk to me, or if your problem should be with me, that you talk to a church staff member or one of those committee members that we talked about earlier. I beg you not to take any problems that you have with us to Facebook or other social media outlets. I've always felt that the problems are going to be solved better and quicker if we go ahead and talk face to face and get them worked out than me reading about it or one of the teachers reading about it on Facebook. At your open house, you're going to be asked to complete the rest of the rest of the paperwork that we need to complete your child's file. So included in your file is the registration form that you filled out earlier in the year. Please check that over and make sure that your emergency contacts haven't changed or moved, or if you have changed phone numbers or moved, we'll need to get those addresses and phone numbers corrected. You're going to also be asked to complete your child's sign-out form. On that, you're going to need to put anyone who you think may come and pick up your child from school. We'll use that at outside at pickup. We'll keep our book with us so that we have those lists with us at all times, and we will check those IDs against this sign-out list. If you need to make changes to that sign-out list throughout the year, you can do that by coming into the preschool office. If your child attends one of the daycare centers who picks up with us, you'll need to list the daycare center and or the owner of that daycare center on the sign-out sheet so that we can dismiss the child to the daycare center. Children will not be dismissed to anyone that is not on that sign-out sheet. And if there's a case where one of the parents is not allowed to pick up a child for reasons, for legal reasons or custody reasons, we need to have a copy of the legal paperwork on file here in the office. I think everyone here is, everyone is signed up for Remind already, but I wanted to let you know that if you should change numbers throughout the year, you need to let me know so that I can send you another invitation to get you into the right group for your child. It's important that you receive the messages sent through the Remind program, since we're not putting notes in book bags anymore. And with all of the changes that come so quickly with COVID, I want to be able to communicate with you as quickly as I can to let you know if there are changes to any of the procedures throughout the day. So that looks like all I have. I hope that everyone is able to come to your scheduled open house and meet your teacher. I know that the teachers are so excited to meet the kids. We're excited to have kids back in the building again. This place is way too quiet without those little voices in the hallway. I will be available during all of the open houses to answer any questions that you may have, and we look forward to getting to know you, your child, and the rest of your family. And thank you for taking the time to watch this video today, and I look forward to meeting all of you.